everyone, myself Bhumi Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will going to discuss about the different parts of the control valve and valve terminology. Unit number 4, control valve. So in the last session we have studied the control valve definitions and different parts of the control valve. Here you can see that in the control valve there are mainly two assembly: valve body assembly. In the valve body assembly, body, bonnet, bolting, seat ring, plug, stem, cage, packing, seal ring and gasket included, and the second assembly is actuator assembly. So this is the basic control valve parts included in the valves. This is the valve body. In the top side of the control valve, actuator is connected, and this is the other valve body assembly parts. So today's topic is valve terminologies. In the valve terminologies, first definition is capacity of the valve. What is the capacity? It is the ability of the valve to allow fluid flow through it under started condition. So what is the capacity? Which type of ability in this particular control valve to allow the fluid flow? It is known as the capacity of the valve. Now, what is the CV, valve coefficient? It is the most important factor for the control valve. So, it is the unit of the measurement to define the capacity of the valve. Whenever we define the capacity, the unit of the capacity is CV. Now, the number of US gallons of water at 60 degrees Fahrenheit that will pass through a valve with a drop of 1 pound per square inch in 1 minute. So this is the definition of CV. Now the third terminology is leakage. Quantity of fluid passing through an assembled valve when the valve is in the closed position under started closure force with pressure differential and pressure specified. All of you know what is the leakage. Whenever the valve is in the closed position, and that time we have get the output. So this type of output is due to the leakage of the valve. So what is the definition? Quantity of the fluid passing through the control valve when the valve is in the closed position. Now rated CV. Value of CV at full open position. Whenever the valve at the full open position, the capacity of the valve is known as the rated CV. Now the next one is the range ability. Now it is also most important point to the control valve. What is the range ability? So range ability of a control valve is defined as the ratio of the maximum controllable flow to the minimum controllable flow. So it is the definition of the rangeability. Now the inherent rangeability of the valve is the ratio of maximum and minimum flow under constant pressure difference. Whenever the pressure difference is constant and we can get the ratio of maximum to minimum flow, this type of rangeability is called the inherent rangeability. Now it is expressed as CV max divided by CV minimum. So equation for rangeability is rangeability equal to CV maximum control flow to the minimum control flow. Now in the control valve, rangeability of the control valve are vary depending upon the different body style of the valve. Okay, so rangeability of the globe valve, we have different types of valve. So rangeability of the globe valve vary generally from 30 Gem1 to 50 Gem1. Now how we can decide the rangeability of the different valve? So this is the general graph of the rangeability. In the rangeability, we can draw the graph travel percentage versus flow rate percentage. Okay, now we can start with 0 and end with 100. Same like start with 0 and end with 100, and always rangeability determine the equal percentage characteristic. So the graph of the rangeability is like this. Whatever the input changes, that the output changes. Now the globe valve rangeability value is 30 Gem1 to 50 Gem1. Ball valve, the rangeability is above 100 Gem1. Now the third valve is butterfly valve, and for the butterfly valve, the rangeability is between 10 Gem1 to 20 Gem1. The next valve is pinch valve, and for the pinch valve, the rangeability is 5 Gem1, and same like the diaphragm valve, the rangeability vary with 5 Gem1. So depending upon the initial flow, final flow, initial pressure drop across the valve and the final pressure drop across the valve, rangeability is changed. So for this type of valve, the value of the initial flow, final flow, initial pressure drop and final pressure drop is different because the construction work and working of the every valve is different. So value of the rangeability is different for the different types of control valve. Okay, so this is the rangeability of the control valve. Now next one is the actuator. Now what is the actuator? A pneumatic, hydraulic or electrically powered device that supplies the force and motion to open or close the valve. So actuator is always connected to the top of the control valve body, and it is always to motion for the open or close a valve. Now what is the accessory? A device that is mounted on the actuator to complement the actuator's function and make it a complete operating unit. So accessory is always connected with the actuator to complete the function of the actuator, because actuator is the operating unit of the every control valve. Now next terminology is the capacity. the rate of the flow through a valve under the stated condition. Now positioner. A positioner controller or the servo mechanism that is the mechanically connected to a moving part of the final control element. What is the final control element? Our control valve or its actuator. Actuator is connected is the top of the control valve and that automatically adjusts its output to the actuator to maintain a desired position in proportional to the input signal. So, the function of the positioner is always adjust the output depending upon the input signal. We can connect the positioner to the final control element or the actuator for only and only the automatically operated control function. Now next one is the port, the flow control orifice of a control valve. What is port? The flow control orifice. Now packing, a part of the valve assembly used to seal against leakage around the valve, disc or stem. So every time in the valve, packing is also important for the disc or for the stem. Now next one is the fail close and the next one is the fail open. What is the difference between fail close and fail open? A condition wherein the valve closure member moves to a closed position when the actuating energy source fails. And what is the fail open? A condition wherein the valve closed members move to the open position whenever the actuating energy source fails. So this type of terminology is known as the fail open terminology. In the next slide you can see the diagram for the fail open. The arrow is outside and the symbol is fail open is like this and the tag name is FO. This is the two-way valve fail open. Now same like this is the two-way valve for fail close. The arrow is downward side and the tag name is the fail close. So what is the difference between fail open and fail close? In the fail close, when the actuator energy source fail, it is the closed position, and when the energy source fail open is always in the open position. Now fail lock position. Okay, any valve fail lock position. This is the symbol for fail lock and this is the tag name of the fail lock, FL. So position does not change. Whatever the previous position, it is work as it is. Now fail indeterminate. Okay, whenever we do not define the position of the valve, this type of symbol is connected, FI, fail indeterminate. Next one is the air to open and air to close valve. Here you can see that this is the air to open valve. The actuator position is the downside stem position also in the downside. So flow through this valve. This is the air to close position, means the stem is the upside, actuator is off and we cannot go through the output. So this is the air to retract and this is air to extend. Now fail safe position, a characteristic of a valve and its actuator which upon loss of actuator energy supply will cause a valve closure member to be fully closed, fully open or remains in the last position whichever position is defined as necessary to protect the processes. So in the fail open, the valve in this open position. In the fail close, the valve in the closed position. But in the fail safe, the valve will be fully closed or the fully open or remain in the last position. So in the fail safe action can involve the use of auxiliary controls connected to the actuator. So this is the diagram for the fail open. Add to open, that means fail close, and this is the fail last in place as it is means fail safe position. Here you can see the difference between this is the fail open position, this is the fail close position, and this is the last position whenever the control valve is left. So this is the fail safe position. So this is the difference between fail open, fail close and fail safe. So generally we have used a fail safe control valve because in the field such time in many times we cannot define the last position of the control valve. So fail safe control valve is most preferable. Thank you everyone. If anyone have doubt, then contact me in this email ID.